And the stream is up. All right. We are back for a crown of cold iron. We are rapidly approaching the end of our story. Our heroes are seeking out the best way to summon the Summer King, the long lost counterpart to the Raven King, reincarnated in our own Auric. The fractured Summer King has been slowly drawing himself together in the city of Queensboro for some few months or years, even now. At the same time, a massive portal has been growing beneath the city of Queensboro, attempting to head off these issues and try to basically prevent perhaps a resurgence of the Fey-Human War from thousands of years ago. Our party has built an elaborate, massive summoning ritual. They've procured ancient artifacts, the wisdom of human mages and Fey sources. They have even co-opted the power of one of the Dragon Lords of the Fey, passing it on to a trusted ally who thereby raising her at least to the level of a Fey noble. So now, ensconced in a kind of fairy pocket dimension, they are now preparing to summon the Summer King. So, as you all look around, you have sort of your crew assembled here. Some of the Tamarans are at the outskirts. They've been helping you all build this massive ritual circle. Beery was, of course, glad to see you all again after you all basically saved her from essentially being swallowed up by devils.
Basically.
You rescued her from that. You also rescued her family and her little brother. So she was glad to help. So they are set up. There we go. They are set up around the edge. Torin wanted to come and got very mad when he was told that a 10-year-old cannot participate in an extra-dimensional summoning ritual, and he might have fully kicked a hole through the wall because he is also a divine draconic vessel for Tamara. So Jordmir, Oryx, the closest human term, brood mother, I think is what was used.
Yes.
The one who essentially raised him has been elevated as a Winter Lord of Dragons and has taken control of this space and essentially opened it up for you all to perform this ritual. The ritual is laid out. Even as you assembled it, it is already humming with power. And you can see thunderclouds starting to come in around the edges of this interdimensional space. So how would you all like to assemble yourselves for the ritual?
In the smartest way possible.
Where's my meat shield?
Yep, you've got Stultus with you. You've got Vela with you. Beery is the only Tamaran who can, fight, but
Right.
she is on hand as well.
So, if fighting happens, do we think they're going to come from inside or outside?
I'll just tell you without a check. It certainly won't be the very inside of the circle.
Okay.
It'll be from the periphery, probably.
Okay.
I'm moving closer to the center.
Just for my notes' sake, so I see myself on here, and then there's three in a line, and that's Cyrus, and then who are the other two? Remind me again. Who's who?
Vela
Vela,
and Beery.
Beery. Okay.
And I think you all decided to go for you ended up at a DC 26. Does that sound right?
I don't remember.
Because it's a
Think
base of 15,
Okay.
and you wanted to try to summon him in a more lucid state, and you wanted to hide everyone's identities.
Mhm.
yes,
And
and
then
then
you
we
dropped some big change on reducing the DC by 4.
Yes.
yeah, I think we were spending as much money as possible to drop the DC as much as possible.
Hmm.
I say we'll go ahead and put it at 24 then, and
Okay.
you'll be rolling with advantage every turn that Vela can help. So if she gets pulled away for something, you will lose her benefit.
Okay.
I will I will say, depending on, yeah, that's probably a good place for you, Auric, because if you're too close to the center, that is where Roland / Oberon is going to pop out. So
Okay.
Well, good. I need to be close enough to yell at him.
all right, well, let's begin.
Mm.
So you all have gathered this crew. You have started to pour power into this ritual. At the very center of it is a sliver, that sort of metaphysical fragment. You didn't steal it because it is Oryx, but you acquired beneath the Raven Palace. It's sitting at the center of the ritual, putting out a subtle and narrow call to the Summer King. In times past, this alone would have been enough to at least gain his attention. But this Roland Summer King hybrid is broken in some profound ways. So the call is starting to echo out. It's amplified by the circle and the apparatus around it. Thunderclouds are gathering. There's the sound of very distant thunder, and you see lightning flashing off in the distance. Let's go ahead and have everyone roll for initiative.
73.
30-20.
All right. So, we begin at the very top. We have Lexi.
Okay.
So, Lexi, the ritual hasn't kicked into full gear yet.
All right.
You can see Auric and Vela working on some kind of magic, running it through this sort of powerful magical circuit here. So, is there anything you'd like to do on your turn?
I mean, my first instinct is always to rage, but I also don't want to start that until I'm actually in combat. And so if I'm not in combat, then don't know. Let's see. Looking to see if I've got like any spells or anything that would. Don't really think I've got anything. Because Hero's Feast wouldn't do anything for this, would it? No, no. That's the only thing I've got that I think would do anything at all, and it wouldn't do anything for this. So
All
let's
right.
get into a ready position. Limber up.
All right. Then that goes ahead and brings us to Auric. So this is the first roll of the ritual. So you're going to be rolling this with advantage because of Vela, and your goal is a 24. You need 3 successes to summon the Summer King.
Did we decide Auric was doing it or Cyrus?
Oh, which of you? That's
I
right.
thought I
Cyrus has the better Arcana.
Arcana.
I've got the
Alright.
higher Arcana.
Yeah, then we'll do it that way then.
Lexi has no Arcana, so there.
Well, I guess it depends. What's the penalty for failing? Because we could both do it, but
Um, I think it's going to be like with advantage is going to be as good as that's going to get. So between you, Vela, and Cyrus, pick two.
yeah, definitely Vela and Cyrus.
Okay.
So,
So,
but do we think we? I think I was like, do we think we need Roland in the lucid state? Because if it's a 24, I got to roll a 17 or better every time.
yeah.
Right.
If we don't have that plus 10, then I only have to roll a 7 or better every time.
Right. Yeah, well, if we don't have that plus 10, I could do like with a 9 or better.
Well, yeah.
What was the other option instead of lucid?
Um, pissed off force of nature.
Yeah. So we don't have the option of unconscious or drowsy.
Okay. I thought it was more. I thought it was like neutral. If we didn't have that, I didn't realize it was
Yeah. No.
powerful. Angry.
The last
Okay.
time you all saw Roland, he didn't really seem to speak at all, and there was like ominous fey thunder magic just sort of roiling off of his body.
Right.
Yeah.
You saw him standing sort of Batman style on a rooftop.
He's a bit feral right now.
Could have sworn we had done other things to bring that down. I don't remember anything now.
I know. It's like I don't remember anymore.
I'm just gonna hang out on my turn
Okay.
and get ready to blast things.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, so if Oryx hanging out, let's jump down. Cyrus, give us the first roll.
Oh,
So close.
And you can still decide. You can summon the sort of non-lucid state and just know that you'll have to sort of subdue him before you can talk.
What would we need to subdue him?
Lots of
Lots of yelling.
violence.
Lots of violence. Yeah.
We're good at violence. You guys okay with summoning him in a bit more angry state?
I think so. Just to,
Yeah.
because otherwise, I'm not sure we're gonna get it done.
Right.
Okay. So what does that drop us down to then?
That would be a total of 7 or a total of 14.
Okay.
Much easier for us to accomplish.
Yes. Okay, sure, go for it. I'll rage. Rage when he gets you.
Yep. In that case, I might want to step away from the center of the circle. I'll wait till my turn.
All right. So what was your first result?
23.
And you're going for non-lucid?
Because if we don't hit it, we just don't summon him, right?
You can just keep trying, but you're gonna have things start appearing.
Okay. I thought we had to like we gotta get three.
It's a little bit like almost a little bit like sort of death save rules, where it's like there's not necessarily a failure state, but like stuff's going to keep going on around you.
Got it. How good is Vela at this again?
Vela's probably pretty good. Let me look at hers.
Like, not to metagame, but
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you would know this, although I say she's pretty good. She only has a +7.
yeah, we can't afford Lucid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even our scholar is not very scholarly.
I mean, to be fair, you do sort of know Vela's not really a scholar.
Yeah. Scholar.
She's a teacher. There's kind of a difference between an educator and a scholar, you know?
she's a really deadly gym teacher.
Yep.
That's actually really accurate, yes.
All right. So, are you rolling with non-lucid?
I think so.
Yes, we
One
are.
success in the angry force of nature category.
Yeah.
We mark it 1 success. All right. And that puts us all the way to initiative count 20. This is going to be just before Lexi's turn. And so I'm going to go ahead and let Lexi give me the first D20 roll. This is to see what appears.
Oh, okay. Okay. $12.
On a 12. All right. There is a massive roar, and a smell sweeps across, reminiscent of running through a field in the high heat of summer, and a large creature appears. It is a lion the size of a car, seemingly made of plant matter, and there are almost sort of like the wisping seeds of dandelions coming off of it as it moves.
It's a dandelion.
Um, it looks at you all curiously. You get the impression it's intelligent. Lexi, is there anything you would like to say to it?
I guess speak with animals doesn't quite work, does it?
Oh no, I mean like it fully
Oh, it'll
like,
fully understand me. Perfect. Perfect. Something calming. So I guess kind of, hey, buddy, we're just trying to do something important. You are more than welcome to watch, but please be gentle. We're not trying to harm you.
We're not trying to harm anything.
We're not trying to harm anything. We're trying to have a conversation with somebody. And he's been very hard to find. But if you want to watch this go down, you're more than welcome to sit there.
So
Hang out.
I think
Have a drink.
maybe you're thinking like smart house cat. And maybe it's a little bit of a surprise when this like deep like bass voice rolls out, and it was like, "Why have you intruded on these lands? What are you summoning here?"
The Summer King.
It sort of recoils and lets out a deep roar, and it says, "Do not mock me, human."
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Not trying to mock, being perfectly honest here. We're needing to have a conversation because there's some stuff going down on the Earth realm or the human plane, and
So this is about all the
complicated.
talking you're going to get in like 6 seconds.
Yeah, I figured.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay. A natural one, not with advantage or disadvantage, just natural.
Just plain.
Okay, just plain. 11. It hardly rolled.
So I'm going
I
to
do
set the
better.
DC by having it make an insight wisdom check. So the goal is for it to roll lower than you did.
Okay.
No, wait, sorry. I'm going to do it the other way around. So we're going to subtract your 11 from 20. It has to get at least a 9 to believe you.
Okay.
It gets a 17.
All right.
It's going to sort of hang for a second and see what happens. All right. Does anyone else want to do anything before we have our next roll?
Since we've decided to not go lucid, I'm moving away from the center of the circle.
All right. Then that brings us to Cyrus. Cyrus, go ahead and give us our second roll.
$13.
And 13 is just under what we need, right?
Yeah, we need a
Yep.
14.
All right. The magic going through the circle, it changes from sort of a sweet melodic hum, and a bit of discordance runs through it, and you see parts of it flicker strangely. All right. That brings us back to initiative count 20. Let's have Auric roll our next encounter check.
Yay. 14.
14. You hear sort of far off in the distance the sound of honking.
Not the terrible geese.
Reality itself parts, and oh, whoops. Yeah, I was supposed to turn these on.
It's a lovely summoning morning in fairy, and you are a terrible goose.
3 terrible geese.
3 terrible geese.
I forgot that you all can't see these. The map is supposed to light up as the ritual goes on.
I mean, I can see them faintly. I can kind of see like outlines of them.
Let me double check what y'all can see. Oh yeah, yeah. You're supposed to have like more glowingness as the ritual kicks on.
Okay.
All right. The honking reaches a peak, and 3 massive fey geese intrude into the space. They look like normal geese, except they are massive, and they're wearing tiny hats. However, they do not seem intelligent. and there is a sort of red gleam in their eyes. Lexi, you're first.
All right, so if they're not intelligent, then I probably can't talk to them. All right. Wish I could create like a barrier that they can't cross. Um, Stop it. Zoom, stop. Behave. Dang it. That's why we can't have a nice thing. All right, there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. I think I will start by trying to decide if I should Hulk and then walk or walk then Hulk. Maybe Hulk then walk rather than trying to like, I don't know, come at it as quite as fight me, more Hulk up and then say, okay, how you doing? All right, so add effects. Now I am raging. Going to locate myself kind of behind where Vela is so that they see me. They haven't attacked yet, so
Six gleaming, six. They're not small eyes. They're small in comparison to the size of this creature, and the glassy eyes have a red tinge. These are not gentle creatures.
I look at my lion friend who's not totally a friend and say, what should I say to him? I'm not coming after you, just trying to keep the circle from getting invaded. And then, which one do I want to go for first? I guess I'll go for the one that is closest to the lion.
All right.
So number 1. So I'll walk even further so that I'm actually within hitting range. I think this is something Lexi would know. If I go outside the bigger circle, is that a problem?
You're fine.
I'm fine. Okay. I mean, I'm still on the edge of it, so I was just trying to. I don't want to disrupt the ritual. Okay, and so I take my. Yeah, I take my broken spear. I was thinking about the cold iron maul, but I don't want to be that antagonistic, and the spear is my weapon. So, all right, 27.
27 will definitely hit.
Okay. And so that's 10 points of damage. And then I also have another one for lightning damage, don't I?
Yes, you roll 1d6.
1d6. All right. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
2.
All right.
2 points of lightning.
You lash out with the broken spear. Hit it for 12 points. That's only your first attack.
Oh, yes. I hit it again. That's right. I have 2 attacks. 14.
14 hits. It's a big goose.
No, that's true. It is a big goose. 12 points of piercing. And 5 points of lightning.
All right. It is moderately hurt.
Okay.
All right. That jumps us all the way down to Auric.
Geese, go away.
They're geese. What do you expect?
As Faye, do I recognize anything about these guys? Besides just they're geese with hats.
So they're not that powerful. I mean, they're not like something you can just like brush aside. Um, Before all of the sort of Raven King magic really started to kick in, these things were terrifying. If you encountered one of these, you would have had to just run. They are hostile to all living things, for some reason, except for giants. And yes, they are relentless. They they don't even eat meat. They just like to hurt things.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Let's see. Up to 20 feet in diameter. Well, that's probably not going to be. Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
Sure, I will cast Wall of Fire
Okay.
and just completely and totally encircle this one.
Ah.
So as a ring, it is a 20-foot diameter. Otherwise, I would have gotten both.
So
Does that look like 20?
Yeah, I'll say about 20.
All right, it is encircled.
So
That's a dex save immediately, right?
yes, Dex save.
Somehow it got a 21.
Well, it'll take half damage.
All right.
Oh, I should actually cast it, not just press the button. Whatever. So that was 22 plus an extra however many for my Draconic Bloodline.
All right.
Plus 4, so that's 26 points of damage.
It immediately burns away through about half of its health.
cool.
And now it
And
is.
then
Oh, go ahead.
then I look at the dandelion and say, "Hey friend, would you mind helping us out with these pests?"
Um, Give me a persuasion check with. All right, I'm going to have you do two rolls. First one is just a flat d20. This is a luck check. What is the first thing this dandelion notices about Auric?
An 11 right down the middle.
Then I think it's just going to be a flat roll. So roll persuasion.
Thank you, plus 8. That makes it a 12.
On a 12. So yeah, this is a nice-ish creature, and it wants to see what happens. It's going to cast Entangle on the middle goose. Which the goose fails. It is just large enough to entangle the goose.
All right.
It just sort of like gently flicks a paw, and you see some of those like dandelion wisps fall, and suddenly just like a field of wild grass and weeds comes up to tangle this creature. All right, anything else?
I think I'm good for now.
All right, it is the geese's turn. Um, all right, so only it's gonna die if it just stays. All right, we'll do this in order. Goose number one is gonna make a beak attack. Only gets an 11. Then 2 wing attacks. 19 against Lexi, which does not help.
Mm-hmm.
And then a nat 1. The second goose is going to let out a thunderous honk. And Lexi needs to make a constitution saving throw.
$19.
All right. You still take 11 points of thunder damage, and the honk can be heard for 300 feet.
Would that 11 points be halved, or is that
Yes,
with-
that will be halved.
Okay, so that's 6.
And the last goose is not going to just sit and let itself be cooked.
Although it tastes so good, though.
Oops, I should change my numbering real quick. All right. Yeah, it's not going to just let itself be cooked. What happens if it wants to go through the wall?
It has to make another. Well, no, it just says that it takes 5d8 fire damage. It doesn't even say there's a save.
All right, it's just going to take it.
$32.
Like something out of a horror movie. The goose busts its way through the circle. It is covered in burns. It's just blackened. There are like no feathers left. And it just and just runs straight through, and it's going to attack Vela. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one hits. Vela takes 9 points of bludgeoning and is going to have to save or be knocked prone. She is knocked prone. That is her worst save. All right. Cyrus, it is your turn. You will not be rolling with advantage because Vela is knocked down and being savaged by a burning goose.
There. Ugh.
Them dice, they do be like that.
I think I've rolled a 6 every single time. And it's just been whether or not I had advantage, whether it made a difference.
Vela uses half her movement to get up, and is going to reach out a hand and try to blow up this goose. Yep, she does. It only had 2 health left.
Of course.
Of course it did.
So close.
And since it's already screwed up her turn, she's going to go ahead and try to hit the other 2. She hits each of them. First one takes 7. They both take 17. The one facing Lexi is almost dead. The other one is... she had advantage. Not a crit. And the other one is hurt, but not too bad. However, they both have her flame mark on them, which means they'll take extra fire damage.
Okay.
Beery is like, what is happening? Um, Beery is going to go out to here and is going to use her fire breath on this one. Makes a dex save. But it does have disadvantage, so it's going to roll again. All right, somehow a surprisingly dexterous goose. But it's still going to take 19 points of damage. All right. The dandelion is... You hear a sound like... and you realize the dandelion is sort of chuckling, watching you all fight these geese, especially when Vela got knocked down. All right. Cyrus, go ahead and give me a d20 roll for what comes through.
What about Stultus?
Oh, that's right. Where is Stultus?
Stultus, go be useful.
Something is wonky with the D&D Beyond encounter builder today. I had to stop and rebuild this encounter after y'all rolled initiative, and Stultus did not get put back in. I'm going to try and fix it. We'll see what happens. Whew. It worked. All right, let's roll initiative for Stultus. He got a 5. So that works.
That works perfectly.
He's at the bottom of the order where he belongs.
Is there anything you want him to do since he's missed a turn?
That's a good point.
Smack a
Attack one.
goose?
Yes,
Yeah.
smack a goose at extra time.
Yeah, go be useful.
Smack that goose.
It's a hit. 11 points of damage. See, even just then, when it came out, it reset everybody's health. Not fully, but partially.
That's weird.
I'm going to call that good enough. Goose A goes down.
Yay.
All right. Dandelion is just sort of laughing at you all. Cyrus, give me a d20.
One.
Oof.
Is that good for us or bad for us?
Get that
Oh, no,
nat
it's-
one out while.
It's definitely bad.
Ooh.
Please tell me whatever it is appears inside my ring of fire.
That would be hilarious.
There is a burst of green leaves, and a summer Eladrin knight appears. and it is looking at you all in confusion. All right.
Sorry, wrong number.
Lexi, you're up.
Is it intelligent that I can rationalize with it?
It is intelligent.
Okay, so sorry, we're in the middle trying to do something really, really important. You can hang out and watch, but please be gentle. We're not trying to cause any trouble here. Just gotta get some things done. I give the 6-second equivalent of what we're doing to her.
All
Or
right.
him.
Same deal as last time. This is going to be a flat persuasion check.
Seven.
They made a successful insight check, but now they're going to make a wisdom save. No, they're going to make a charisma save. So
They're gonna make it, or I need to make
they're
it?
going to make it.
Okay. Okay.
They are clearly confused. They are shocked that you're talking about summoning the Summer King. But as you explain this, you see their body language change, and they sort of relax for a moment, and then they suddenly go stiff. And you see a strange glow come into their eyes. Something is wrong with this being.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you want to do, Lexi?
Um,
You still have a goose.
I still have a goose. Okay, then I'll go after the goose since this one hasn't attacked yet. Although it seems like they probably will attack. But I'll go ahead and aim for the goose because Stultus is also close to this knight thing. Okay. All right. Stab the goose. 24.
24 will hit. Oh, and actually you can roll twice because it's restrained.
Oh, roll twice right away.
Yeah, well, just to see if you get the crit.
Oh, okay. I get you. That was not a crit.
All right, roll damage.
Did better the first time. All right, 11 points of damage plus 4 points of lightning damage.
It is pretty hurt.
Okay. And roll again with advantage.
Yes.
Okay. 25
25 definitely hits.
with 11 points of damage again. Plus another 4 pierce or another 4 lightning damage.
All right. Cyrus. Nope, not Cyrus.
Arc.
Auric.
So the Eladrin is in a way.
Yeah, if you want, you can give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Do that. That would have been wasted on me.
22.
Well, that'll tell you.
You can definitely tell, because you've seen this before. A knight, especially, part of what a Fey Knight is a lesser Fey that binds themselves more strongly to a Fey that is further up the hierarchy. And in exchange, they have more power, but they are more susceptible to that pressure of authority. And something about that authority has been invoked, but in a way that is, on a 22, something's wrong. Like, it's not supposed to be quite like this. There is a gleam of madness that is very troubling.
Okay. Well, first things first, I'm not concentrating on a useless ring of fire. I'm gonna look at the knight and say, okay, you are clearly having a bit of a time right now, so you're just gonna go bye-bye. And I cast banishment.
All right. And what's the save?
A
Charisma?
charisma save of 18.
Oof. Oof. It rolls with advantage, and it got a 14 and a 15 plus 4.
Mm,
It flickers for a second, and then sort of distorts, and then snaps back into place.
Okay. Yeah. Hi. Bye.
can you do that again? Okay.
Stultus, help.
All right. That brings us down to the other goose. Oof. It got a nat 20 and lost it on disadvantage. It tries to bite Lexi. It tries to wing Beery. And it tries to wing Beery again. It is tangled up in the vines, and it's just going. But it reminds you almost more of like a dinosaur right now. It is large and threatening, and there's a lot of hissing mixed in.
Sounds about right.
All right, Cyrus, you're up. You're back to
It's
advantage.
Vela can help again.
Yeah.
Okay. $20.
2 successes. Oops. More of the circle is illuminating with magic. You feel like it is primed at this point. The next success will summon the Summer King. Thick, dark, gray storm clouds are filling the air up above. Beery is up. Beery rolls to recharge her breath weapon and doesn't. Woof. Beery is an old school caster because she was built 2 years ago. So she's just going to cast a regular old spell.
Does it kill the goose?
Yeah, I guess she'll go for that. So she's going to roll to hit. She's going to hit, and her firebolt is pretty high level. Beery does 20 points of fire damage, and the goose is cooked.
Yay!
But,
Dinner.
All right. But now it is the Summer Eladrin with eyes full of madness. Auric, you were the one talking to it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is going to... it runs forward. It is running at you, and then it teleports and appears behind you, and is going to start slashing at you with a golden curved longsword. Oof. Oh, first one misses, second one crits.
No, it doesn't. I cast Nope.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
All right, it's going to roll again. 25 to hit.
Well, that still hits,
But it's not a crit.
but it's not a crit.
All right. That's good because this would have hurt. 8 slashing and 4 fire damage.
And see, Cyrus is already rolling with advantage.
Yep.
So I'm going to use the second effect to give myself advantage on my next roll.
All right. That brings us to Stultus. Stultus is so far away. I think Stultus is going to dash.
How do I see how far I am again?
The ruler.
The ruler. Okay.
Stultus dashes all the way to you. The dandelion is now, it's like fully like put its paws up and it's just watching like this and still sort of chuckling to itself. All right, we're
Wait a
back.
second. Did it roll with disadvantage? Because I'm wearing my sweater.
Oh, it's a good point. We'll give it one more roll. That is still a hit.
Okay,
It has a +8.
fair.
All right. Lexi, go ahead and give me a D20 and let's see what pops up.
$11.
On an 11. A bolt of lightning strikes down actually into the circle. I'll put it closer to you all. I won't be that mean. It seems like it didn't so much get summoned from somewhere else as it like was ripped down from the clouds overhead.
Oh, lovely.
So Lexi, you're up. This thing does not look intelligent.
Okay. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, where is the thing? All right. So I'm gonna move myself over. And I attack. 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay. And 11 piercing with an extra 2 points of lightning.
All right. The 2 points of lightning is reduced to 1.
Okay.
All right. Is
And,
that attack number 1?
That was attack number 1. And I go yin. And I get a 10 because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh. It is going to try to attack you. Gets a
Okay.
12, which will miss, and a 20, which will miss.
Okay. Do I still get to do my rebound if it misses?
Uh,
Or reaction?
double check. I think one of them says hit, and one of them says attack, and one of them says damage.
Okay.
Your regular hero light is they have to deal damage.
Okay. Okay.
All right. It attacks you twice and misses both times. It is going to use its lightning teleport. It bursts in between you and Beery. Each of you takes 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
All right. Auric, you're up.
Okay. I don't like him being right on top of me,
Yes, I'm sure.
That's why he did it.
but I do have a stabby stabby. So I will stabby with my Monarch Rapier.
Nice.
And with advantage, that makes it a 24 to hit.
Jeez. Yep.
Which will be 9 points of force damage, right?
Oh, it's been so long since you've actually used it for an attack. I have to look at it.
Oh no, psychic.
Psychic. All right.
Plus an extra 1d6. Extra 5.
Nice. All right.
And then I'm assuming he is or she is still perfectly fine.
Oh, also, you're within. Oh, geez. Yeah. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear.
Should have done this at the start of your turn, but that's on me.
6.
You are frightened.
Oh, fun.
There is this overwhelming. It's almost like it's reflecting or emanating whatever this awful madness is that has come over it, and it fills you with an irrational fear.
Well, don't like that. So, because I am terrified, I am going to quicken cast so I can use my bonus action. And I'm going to quicken cast magic missile at it.
All right.
Just real quick, we have a district stewards meeting on Zoom, so I'm gonna jump out because I can still talk and do things through this and
Yes.
jump in on my phone
Okay.
So I'll be right back. You can still hear me though.
And quicken casting at a level 2 spell, so that'll be 4 darts total.
All right.
First one is 5 damage.
All right.
Second one is 4 damage. Third one is 5 damage. Final one is 3 damage.
All right. You spray magical bolts right into its face.
And scream in terror as I'm doing it.
All right. Then that drops us down to Cyrus.
We're still ritual, right?
Yep.
And Vela is
you've had
helping?
2 successes so far, right?
Is Vela helping?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ritual is primed. If you get this one, you summon the Summer King. A massive bolt of lightning smashes down into the center of this circle, sort of taking your breath away for a moment. You feel deafened. And then standing in the very center is an older
got the
looking man.
password at 7:30, but she sent it at 2
He looks
or 10:30. So
he looks sort of tired. He has that look of you've maybe even seen like in media, like the old general, the warrior, graying warrior. He looks like he'd be more at home in some kind of armor, but instead he's wearing sort of casual, sort of street clothing that you would see in Queensboro. He looks exhausted except for the crackling electricity that has not dissipated but is sort of dancing around his body. All right, but it is not his initiative yet. Beery is up.
oh, he's here.
Beery's going to roll to see if she gets her breath weapon back. She does. Let's see. So Beery is going to... Yeah, she's going to try and help deal with this thing. So she's going to set you up for flanking. And is going to... Yeah, she's going to make this thing... it's going to make a strength saving throw. And if it fails... it is restrained.
Nice.
A sort of giant, golden, translucent, draconic hand clasps around this creature and is holding it in place. The Summer Eladrin is going to get a chance to break out. So it's going to make another save. It fails. So it is going to go to swing at Auric. It lost a nat 20 to a disadvantage. It's going to swing again. That will hit. And Stultus can't do anything about it. Does Auric want to do anything about it? Just a regular hit. All right.
Wait, what was the actual roll?
Roll was a 21.
Okay, then shield wouldn't do anything.
No, sorry. That's incorrect. Roll was a 16.
Oh. Well, in that case, I will cast shield.
All right. It clatters off the shield. On Stultus' turn, he's going to rotate around and is just going to try and hack this guy down. Roll with advantage. His greatsword smashes into its back for 13 points of damage. And he crits on a slam attack. Woof. Total of 37 points of damage from Stultus that turn. The dandelion is no longer laughing. It has gotten up and is looking with confusion at what's in the center of the circle. But it doesn't seem to have fully registered yet what's going on. It's almost like it can't believe its eyes.
Holy crap, they did it. They actually did it.
Roland moves for the first time. He's been sort of standing with his eyes closed, just kind of breathing. His head snaps up, his eyes come open, and you can see that there are like trails of electricity coming up from his eyes. There is an overwhelming sense of presence. You have been around almost nothing with this sort of spiritual weight class. Auric, you feel on some intrinsic level, if you had taken the seal of the Raven King, you would have something like this. The next closest thing you all would compare it to would be something even sort of broken here. It feels somehow grander than the Great Raven, or even the sort of incredible divine magic in the Solinus Temple that you saw Airtra Lux use. There is a sense that this is the most powerful thing you have seen so far. He moves and flickers. It seems like he's moved through the intervening space, but not. It's almost like your eyes refuse to follow him. So he has popped up behind Cyrus, and is going to use his Thundering Strike. Oof. Auric, is he in range for Silvery Barbs?
I already used my reaction.
Oh no. Cyrus, do you have Silvery Barbs?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is this an attack?
This is an attack.
So I can uncanny dodge?
Yes, which is really good. He just used his like recharge alpha strike, and got a 28 on a nat 20.
Sure.
Um,
He ain't playing around.
woof. Oh, that was so many dice. Vela, help.
Does Vela have silvery barbs?
I'm looking for something. This is bad. I'm taking a quick screenshot of this. I'll send that to you all in a second. Okay, what does anyone have? Oh no. How hard is it to put that into chat?
The one thing I have is to rewind space time.
Holy fuck.
This would be a real good time if you've been sitting on some crazy magic item.
Like, that leaves me with 1 hit point. Well, I guess I take half because I'm raging, but still, like, that's.
Yeah. I,
Holy fuck.
like I said, rewind space time. When I used shield, was that an attack against me that was with disadvantage? Because I forgot about the sweater again. Because I might not have needed to use shield, and I would still have my reaction.
No, it was just a regular hit on disadvantage.
Okay, so crap.
So the only other question would be if I could have used my bonus action to hide. I don't know that hiding is possible while doing the ritual last turn.
Yeah, I think mid ritual you're not going to have that option.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Here's your classic Devil's Bargain. You still have a backpack full of Great Raven artifacts. I mean, the flip side is, I don't think you die instantly. Because you're at full health, and you would cut the damage in half. So
yeah,
you would...
I die instantly.
You'd be unconscious. You wouldn't be like... No, I'm talking about like overkill rules, where you die instantly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wouldn't be dead.
I wouldn't be dead.
Mostly dead.
So that's the choice I guess you have is, would you rather entrust your fate to the Great Raven, or would you rather trust that someone will heal you and get you back on your feet?
I don't I mean, I don't see a property of the Great Raven that I'm using. Is that just a
Oh, that's remembering sort of what happened to you last time.
okay?
If you sort of overload, you will become an aspect of the Great Raven.
Okay. No, Cyrus would not. Cyrus would not be willing to lose himself in this.
So
Who's
Roland
healing?
head snaps up, eyes open, crackle of electricity, and then he takes like a casual step forward, and that like half a step he suddenly appears behind Cyrus and is already delivering. It just looks like a straight jab, but when it hits, there is this concussive explosion, and you all see Cyrus's head just in a way that is deeply troubling, and he falls to the ground. Woof. Lexi, your turn.
All right. So I get so Beery and I currently on this other thing that is not dead yet have that
Flanking. Yes.
flanking. So that gives me advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is also restrained now because she's got it grabbed.
Okay. Okay, because if it's restrained as well, do I think Beery can take it out on her own? Probably. All right, so I'm going to. If I come on the other side of Roland from Vela, do we count as flanking?
No, because
Yes.
they've got to be like on the other side. Like
Okay, so
immediately
Vela
other
would have to
side.
move right there. Okay. And because Cyrus is down, coming here
Yeah.
would not help. Okay.
Until he gets up.
Until he gets up. I mean, I could still do it because it would still put us in position to be
Yes.
flanking. Okay. I'll at least do that since it won't help to go to Vela's side. All right. And actions. Attack actions. All actions. All right. And I am going to strike him with my broken spear.
All right.
Oh, fuck. It's 11.
11 is not going to hit.
Yeah, I know. It was almost on a B. It was almost on the. Ah, yes, but a 28.
Yep, 28 will hit.
That'll at least do. All right, that's 12 points of damage. Plus 1 extra point of lightning damage.
All right. It can't be reduced because it's already at 1. But you do get the impression he is resistant to lightning damage.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
All right. The lightning creature is going to try to break free. I think it's an opposed. Spellcasting ability contest. So Beery is going to roll through charisma. Beery's telekinesis. Oh no, it'll drop on the next turn. So it's going to make attacks with disadvantage against Beery. Which is good because that just ate a critical. But the second one is going to hit. The creature is raging against this sort of translucent golden claw and still smashes against Beery for 24 points of damage.
Oof.
Auric, you're up.
All right. Am I still frightened?
You are no longer frightened.
Okay.
Is that what I wanted?
Let's see. I am going to take the disengage action.
Yeah. Probably smart.
Move myself here. Vela, check Cyrus's pockets for potions. And then I will quicken cast my Summon Draconic Spirit.
All right. Which form?
I want it to look like Lambton. And it's large, so I want it between me and Roland.
Let's see. Man, I uploaded that a long time ago. Well, it's not exactly what I was looking for, but that'll work. Is that large or huge?
It is large.
And you want it right there?
Yes. And for the sake of mechanics, it's metallic.
All right. Does it go immediately?
Takes its turn immediately after yours, yes.
All right. What's it going to do?
It is going to start slapping at Roland. All right, it's...
And did you cast it at 5th level?
I did.
All right.
Let's see, it's spell attack. It's a... All right, so it's a plus 10 to attack. 15 on the first attack, which would be bite. I'm guessing that's a miss.
Say it again.
15.
15 is going to miss.
All right. And then a claw is, 28.
28 will hit.
Right. Am I reading that right? This is 1d6 plus 4 plus the spell's level.
So
Okay,
it'll be 1d6 plus 9.
Okay. So that's going to be 15 points of what kind of damage? Piercing damage.
Pierce. All right.
And meanwhile, I'm yelling around the dragon saying, "Hey, drama queen, knock it off."
So it gets a number of rend attacks equal to half the spell level rounded down and its breath weapon.
And its breath weapon. Okay. Can the breath weapon hit without hitting anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Then it's a dex save of 18.
And it's 30. It's going to hit the one in the back, too. Roland gets a 23, so he's going to take half, probably.
Yeah.
The other one gets a 17.
All right. So the 17 is full damage.
All right, and what's the damage?
It's what did I roll? 7 fire damage.
All right. You watch, like, even though even though Roland is radiating all this power, you get this impression from being this close. He doesn't seem that sturdy. It's almost like the vessel that he's in is not holding together very well. That being said, when this breath weapon washes over him, you see what should be very familiar to you, a sort of spectral, beautiful silver crown, sort of projected above his head, except you can see that it's broken in places. And as your dragon lashes out, it needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, and I guess it uses my save.
Saves are...
It says it's got a +2. This is why I don't summon things.
Yeah, I think its saves are... I think it doesn't have any save proficiencies. That's weird. Yeah. So yeah, it'll just be it'll roll +2.
5.
All right. It takes 13 points of psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on its attack rolls until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, so 13 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, so it's down to 37.
And at the end of its turn, yeah, I think he's going to use this. He is going to use Gathering Light. A massive aura of summer energy washes out. You see it seems to bolster the other creatures, but you're not exactly sure in what way yet. All right, Cyrus, give me a death saving throw.
I always forget. Does D&D Beyond have a button I can click for that, or do I have to just roll a d20?
I feel like there's something.
I feel like there should be.
Got a tracker, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, all right, I'll just roll d20.
That is weird.
10.
10 is a success. That is one success.
Yay.
All right. Vela is up. Vela's trying to figure out the best way to help. Yeah, she's going to step over here and... Wish she could... Actually, they have the same... They have the same initiative. Instead, Beery is going to go ahead and use. Beery is going to drop concentration on her telekinesis and is going to cast Regenerate. She's going to have to pull away, but she's fine. I'm going to let the creature make that. Swings at Beery and misses. Beery's going to run over and cast Regenerate on Cyrus. 4d8 plus 15. That's 35 health. And then we'll gain another hit point at the start of each turn. So you snap back to consciousness.
Yay.
Yay.
And then Vela is going to cast Greater Invisibility. Ninja. So they are both concentrating now, but Cyrus, you are alive and you are invisible. Fix the icons here in a second. The Eladrin. Oh, this is helpful. That aura washes over this Summer Eladrin, and you see whatever was fueling this madness in it is like washed away.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
And it looks around in confusion. Yeah, I think in 6 seconds it can't figure out what's going on. Stultus is just going to leave it to be confused. And is going to go post up. See how far he can get in 30. Stultus is going to post up over there so he can use some of his abilities. All right. The Dandelion is... Dandelion is going to roll a Wisdom check. It is also confused. It is back to Roland's turn. Roland is going to... Oops, didn't need to recharge that. Thank goodness, Thundering Strike does not recharge.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oof. Roland, after getting hit by Lexi, Roland smiles and turns towards Lexi. And Lexi, you recognize this face. You have made this face before. This is someone who just took a good hit in like a fighting ring and is like, oh, okay, now we're going to do this, but is excited about it. So he turns and his hands are up and just, there's a flicker, 24 to hit.
Okay, that does hit.
Uh, 12 bludgeoning, 3 lightning, and 5 thunder. So that's 23 total. No, not 23.
That's 20 total. Cut in half is 10.
He's going to make a second attack. Only a 14.
Does not hit.
Third attack is a 20, which also does not
Oh,
hit.
and would I have reacted with my hero light when
Yeah.
I would have? Yeah. Okay. So let me go grab my reaction real quick. So 6 points of radiant damage from that first hit.
Nice.
And then he rolled a 20 on the third hit, you said?
Yeah, which
Okay,
doesn't
so
hit.
which doesn't hit. Okay.
All right. That was his turn. Now it's your turn.
I hit back.
Slugfest.
Oh, I'm actually incorrect. He is going to do one thing. He's going to use his Thunder Step and is going to appear on the other side of you. So give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that bitch. I was about to flank him. Yeah, 20.
Nice. There is a burst of thunder, but you don't take any damage.
Nope.
All right, you're up.
All right, so I stab normal because I don't have advantage. All right, I'm trying to decide. I guess my broken spear still is the best weapon that I've got for him because you said he doesn't have that. He probably doesn't take lightning damage.
He has resistance, but is not
His
immune.
resistance. Okay, he's not immune. Okay, then yeah, it's still probably my best one. 22.
22 will hit.
And that's 8 points of piercing.
He's.
along
Oh,
with
did he?
5 points of lightning.
Ooh. He did recharge his reaction. Give me a charisma saving throw.
$18.
All right. On an 18. 18 saves.
Yes.
All right. That was your first attack. You got another.
Yep. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
8 piercing damage.
Nice.
And 6 lightning damage.
All right. Um, Anything else?
Let's see. Still kind of looking at this other dude that Beery abandoned and whether or not I should get ready to attack it. Don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Honestly, I don't even know.
You don't know? Okay. Um, yeah, then I'll just stay where I am for now.
All right. You do see, as you sort of regard it, at the start of its turn, this lightning creature seems to regain a little bit of vitality from whatever this aura is that the Summer King has created.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to... I think it's going to keep coming after Beery.
Okay.
It did not like getting grabbed.
Yeah.
Oof. Her armor sucks.
Damn it, Beery.
Yikes. She takes 26 points of damage. Which means she needs to make a DC 13 con save to see if she holds on to regenerate. She gets a nat 20.
Nice.
All right. That was its turn. Auric. Auric, at the top of your turn, you regain 10 hit points and gain 10 temporary hit points.
Do I now?
Yep. You are fey enough.
Bay enough. I like that. Hey, Drama Queen, I said knock it off, but you can keep that going. I am going to I've already got concentration, so I shouldn't cast anything else with concentration. I am going. I don't like Beery being attacked like that, so I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at the lightning monster
All right.
as a level 4 spell. What? 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 I'm confused. Okay, it's a 17 to hit.
17
It
hits.
rolled all the dice. It rolled all the dice.
Like, this is not what I intended. Why you do this?
It's a 17 to hit. If that hits, it's 11 points of damage on the first ray.
Yep. And you got 3 more, but that extra 4 is only on the first one.
Yeah. $17 to hit
Hits again.
is another 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Then 27 to hit
Yep.
for another 9 points of damage.
All right.
Last ray is a 24
Also hits.
and will be 3 points
All right.
of damage.
Yes.
Carved a pretty good chunk off of it.
Yeah.
So that is me, and then it is my dragon. And I'm going to direct the dragon to flank Roland and just nom.
All right.
So the first attack is going to be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And that is. Add another 5 to that is 13 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And then bite number 2 is a 22 to hit
That'll also hit.
for an additional 12 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And it also gets a breath weapon, but can it without hitting?
It's going to hit everybody.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Can it aim its breath weapon to hit the lightning thing?
Yeah, I think it can do that.
Okay, then we will do that. So the breath weapon is a 18 dexterity save.
All right. It only gets a 14. 8 points of
And it
damage.
takes 8 fire damage.
You carved it up pretty good this turn. All right. There are no more geese. Cyrus.
Okay.
So you had a really bad turn, and then hopefully you're set up for a really good turn. So you regain another hit point at the start of your turn, and you are invisible. And just a reminder, greater invisibility does not drop when you attack.
Nice. All right. So wait. Which is what's to my northeast?
That was a lightning creature that got summoned randomly.
Okay. And then
Roland is between the dragon and Lexi.
okay.
Just looking like a dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my dragon didn't roll with advantage. Oh well.
Yeah, you should
All
have.
right. So, all right, let's see. So I will have advantage from greater invisibility. So will Hex Roland.
And then we'll Ill Omen Roland. $28 to hit.
28 will hit.
$13.
You hit him for as much as he hit you for.
That's the plan. $26 piercing, and then another 6 necrotic for a total of 32.
Jeez. On a crit, Hex would double too. So no,
Oh, I didn't crit.
Oh, okay, sorry. It just I saw the. It's just weird
Yeah,
that you did the same damage on both.
My weapon damage and sneak attack damage just rolled identical for some
Oof.
reason.
You tear a giant chunk out of him. He is very hurt.
And I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna slide around down here, I think. Cool, that's me.
All right. At the end of your turn, Roland is going to use All by Break of Day. His true sight extends to 100 feet until the end of his next turn. Illusion and transmutation spells of 4th level or lower within this radius are dispelled unless the caster succeeds on a DC 14 spellcasting ability check. So I think that only is going to affect greater invisibility. So Vela is going to roll a check against a DC 14. She gets an 11. His eyes glow, and a strange, intangible aura washes out. And he turns his head, and he realizes he can see you. And at the moment he sees you, invisibility shatters. But it's not the worst legendary action he could have used. It is Vela's turn. What's funny is Vela has like a different buff for each one of you, sort of like in her repertoire. So greater invisibility breaks, so she is going to cast haste on Lexi.
Okay.
And then she's going to move way back because if she loses concentration, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Beery is quite hurt. And is already concentrating on regenerate. So Beery is going to drop a great big cure wounds on herself. To the tune of 68 plus 4. She regains 34 health, putting her relatively close to her max. The Summer Eladrin. This poor guy, he doesn't know what's going on. Sees all this happening. He's going to make an insight check to see if he can figure out what Roland is. He got an 18. I'm going to say he's one step closer to making a decision. because recognizing what he is doesn't tell him what to do.
That's true.
In some ways, just complicates things further.
Yeah.
He's like, my king. And that's his whole turn.
Yeah.
Just confusion. Stultus is going to go start taking swings at this lightning creature. Because otherwise it's just going to kill Beery slowly.
Yeah.
Swings with his sword and misses.
Stultus, no.
Hits with his slam. Oof, for 22 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and Stultus has 10 temporary HP. All right, the Dandelion continues to watch in confusion, and then it is Roland's turn. Rolls his recharges, does not recharge Thundering Strike, does not recharge Thunderous Step. He's just sort of laughing now. And Lexi, you sort of remember, you've been hearing the tales of this strange fighter showing up in these fight clubs all across town for over a year now. And you get the feeling that this is maybe a part of Roland. It's either just Roland, or it's a place where Roland and the Summer King line up. But Roland, whatever part of them this is, loves fighting. Not necessarily killing, but like just a good, difficult fight is somehow something they enjoy.
Okay.
So he sees this giant dragon pop up behind him, lets out like a hearty laugh, and starts punching the dragon.
Fair.
15 to hit, which I think is a miss.
Correct.
Crit.
Sure. Burn the crit on a summon.
That was a good one to burn it on, because that was 59 points of damage.
It disappears.
Damn it, there goes my advantage.
He laughs as he just like and just blasts away part of this dragon. Whoever would like to can give me an Arcana or Insight check.
11.
22 Arcana.
22 insight.
All right. This seems very fitting. You all are realizing. It almost seems like Roland and the Summer King are starting to synchronize a little more. Whatever this sort of striving and conflict is bringing them into alignment.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Both.
I mean, if we want to talk to the Summer King, we probably need the Summer King in alignment.
Yeah.
And then it is... Wait, how many punches was that?
How many was that?
It was
don't
only
know.
2. I mimicked 3, but it was only actually 2. He's going to turn around and use his third punch on Lexi. Which hits even with haste. That's a 25.
Oh, damn. Okay. So I react. He takes 4 points of radiant damage.
34 reduced to 17.
Okay.
And how much radiant was it?
4.
4. Roland has like opalescent blood like running out of the corner of his mouth and from like a cut over his eye, and is just still laughing. What's a little ominous is the laughter sounds almost like an undertone or some kind of weird layered sound. The laughter sounds like rolling thunder. All right. Yeah, Lexi, you're up.
All right. So see, I'm trying to figure out because I guess, and this is more what Rachel is trying to figure out the best strategy for Lexi, like what Lexi knows the objective is. Because our objective is to get him under control, correct? Basically. Okay.
Basically.
And so I'm trying to decide, when do I stop punching and start like bargaining?
Right.
If that makes sense.
You can always deal non-lethal damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Knock him out.
Knock him out. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do basically, is knock him out. So, and I guess should that then be my unarmed strike, or can that be,
It can be anything.
it can be with anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Just hit him over the head with Broken Spear.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I will then attack. And since I have, what do I have? Dash right now? Haste.
Taste.
So that means I get 3 turns, right? Or 3 hits?
So yeah, it's 3 attacks.
3 attacks. Okay. All right. 16.
16. 16 does not hit.
Okay. 22.
22 does hit.
That's 8 piercing damage with 3 lightning. And then that third hit is a nat 20.
Nice.
All right. So then let me tap that right there. That is 15 damage for piercing. And then do I just roll 1 6 for the lightning?
On a crit, you'd roll 2.
I'd roll 2. Okay. 3 lightning.
So you're locked in this brawl with Roland. You're trading blows back and forth. You sort of stab with your spear. You bring it around. You wham, smash across him with the butt of it. This devastating blow, and he reels back for a second. And all of you see something that is kind of gross, or it seems like it should be gross. When you hit him, his face shatters. And it's so distressing for a second until you kind of see it's almost like you have broken an outer shell, and you can see that it is now resting on this frame of pure lightning.
Okay.
And all of Roland's all of his sort of streetwear, his hair, his human flesh, all of it, fractures. Oh, that really screwed up my lighting for some reason. And what is left behind is a silhouette made of pure lightning, with a beautiful silver crown hanging in the air above its head, and with huge, branching, almost what looks like antlers coming off of the head.
The Summer King.
There is a peal of thunder, followed by absolute silence. The Summer King is going to use his mythic action in Silence Sad. Within 100 feet, it becomes absolutely soundless. The lightning creature slams into Stultus. Two hits. $36 points of damage total. Auric, you're up.
Am I able to cast spells right now?
Give me a quick Arcana check.
There's a nice one. 24.
You get the impression that this is a manifestation of the Summer King's authority. You can push through it, but if you don't push through successfully, it's going to hurt.
Okay. In that case,
Let's say so. Now is the time to bargain.
I shed my draconic form and allow my crown up to appear above my head as well.
The cold iron crown forms, this sort of ominous black iron wreathed in gray flames. His eyes instantly lock, and you all can now feel there's literally like friction in the air between the two of you.
You done with your temper tantrum, drama queen?
Maybe don't keep calling him a drama queen.
He is a drama queen.
Give me a charisma saving throw with advantage.
$22.
22. You push through this pressure. You do not take damage when you speak. He turns and regards you, and as he focuses on you, you see the crackling sort of, almost sort of like fuzzy silhouette sharpens slightly. It sort of compacts and tightens, but there is still, there's no sort of humanoid face right now. But you're starting to maybe see the hint of features forming. I'll let you have that for, we'll call it a bonus action. What would you like to
Okay.
do with your action?
With my action, I would like to summon my spirit guardians.
All right, that'll be another charisma saving throw with advantage.
Another 22.
All right, you successfully push through and summon your spirit guardians. Oh, excuse me.
Well, that was a 15-foot radius,
Yep.
I think. Oh, I need a better gray than that. That's barely visible.
Yeah, I can see it, but not really.
So here is an interesting question.
There we go.
As you manifest your spirit guardians have traditionally been going all the way back to I think the first time you saw this was at Fickle Spirits. Does that sound right?
Maybe it was either that or in the Raven Palace.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is something that's always been associated with the power of your patron.
Mhm.
You understand intuitively that inserting her in this moment might be complicated.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and use this spell without her?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Give me another charisma saving throw with advantage.
Oops, that was not advantage. A 19.
19 is enough. And actually, as you do this, memories start pushing at the edge of your consciousness. You're in your study, high up in your castle, and it's towards the end of the war, although it didn't feel like that at the time. The war was raging. Your desk is covered in casualty reports of both sides, horrific descriptions of lives lost, of villages burned. And there is a pressure in the back of your head. It's been growing over the last few months. The more that you wrestled with the war, the weight of it, the cost of it, even the necessity of it, the more intense that pressure has become. You can feel the Raven Queen pressing down on your consciousness, demanding that the war move forward, demanding that you continue until all of the Fae are destroyed. And it was easier to feel that in the beginning. But it's become more and more difficult to hold on to that sort of unfettered, violent impulse. And you push back, and you've started to carve out a space for yourself in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, that is truly yours alone. Maybe the first thing that has been only yours your entire life. And you have taken refuge in that space. Thus secured from her vision, you reach out for the first time, taking your raven seal and casting a spell of communication, a spell of sending. And for the first time, you contact your counterpart without the lady listening. And then you snap back into this moment. You have changed this spell. How is it different now?
But I think historically it was mist with nebulous, sort of giant raven things stomping around.
Mm-hmm.
The creatures are much smaller now. And they are some sort of indescribable cross between a raven and a dragon.
Your will is seeping into the spell and changing it. All right. Your spirit guardians manifest around you. That is your action. You've used your bonus action. Do you want to move?
I will move. Because I don't like this lightning thing.
All right. At the top of its turn, it'll make a save.
And as
Cyrus.
I'm moving, I say to Oberon, She's not here. It's just you and me.
There is a faint crackle that might somehow be language, but it's still not decipherable yet. Cyrus, you're up.
All right, so we're not. I'm guessing. I guess. Oh, Cyrus will take his cue from Warwick and shoot at the lightning creature.
All right.
That's funny. No.
So we're going to steady aim.
Are you meeting? Is it done? Is the meeting on the computer?
That will hit.
Ooh, and this one's a crit.
Oof. Is that on the lightning one or on Roland?
Lightning.
All right. You just disperse it. Your arrow blasts through and just it is gone. That was your action. Anything in your bonus action?
Bonus action was steady aim, so
Okay.
that's bonus action and movement done.
Oh, that's right, because you lost greater invisibility. All right, cool. It is Vela's turn. Vela is still concentrating on haste. Vela is going to get out to the edge of Spirit Guardians. Is going to put some flame marks on Roland. First one misses. Ooh, second one's a crit. "21 points of fire damage. Roland is marked to take extra fire damage next time he gets hit. Beery is still concentrating. It's going to back away from Roland. Who could use some help? Beery's actually going to go on down and just hit up... I'm going to call this a second level. Beery heals Cyrus for 12. Eladrin is still very confused. Stultus is going to go jump in and give Lexi flanking. And somehow with advantage misses. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Sorry. I forgot. Beery has to make that charisma save. Ooh, she's probably not going to make this. Ow. Beery casts her spell, but she's going to take 9 psychic damage.
Oof.
Stultus swings his sword with advantage and misses against Roland. Is going to slam with advantage. And welcome to the jam with advantage. And is going to hit. "18 bludgeoning." With every blow, the lightning seems to sort of pull in on itself. All right. Dandelion is still perplexed. Summer King, it's a little health from his aura, and it is his turn. Does not recharge Thundering Strike. I think he's going to go after Auric.
Fair.
Oh, and his In Silent Sad ends. Sound comes rushing back. Just in time for you to hear the thunderous sound of his punches. Has to roll with disadvantage. Rolls double 14s against Auric and misses. Rolls again. 11 and misses.
He also needs to make that wisdom save if he comes into my...
Oh, yep. Roll his wisdom save. 25.
Well, he takes half damage.
And his last swing is a 15.
The last swing will hit.
All right. $20 points of damage.
20 points?
Yep.
Ow. And now I get to make a concentration check.
Yep.
It's going to be, what, a 10 because it's half?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine.
All right. He flickers and appears on the other side of Lexi. And as he passes into this area, you see a sort of conflict as his aura and yours push against each other. And it doesn't quite crash in on him, but you see like little cuts where sparks go flying. Lexi, you're up.
All right.
And you got advantage.
I have advantage. So yeah, gonna do some slapping around here. 14. I rolled a 2 and a 5. Go
Oof.
figure.
14 does not hit.
Yeah. $18.
18 does hit.
Okay. 13 points of piercing damage. And 4 points of lightning damage. And I get a third roll.
Yep.
Oops. All right, that was a 3, but I didn't hit advantage, so let me roll again. That was a 19, so that's 28.
That'll hit.
That's 12 points of piercing damage. And 1 point of lightning damage.
Nice. The lightning is retracting, and you're starting to see like more distinct, a more distinct humanoid shape emerging. But that is the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's see where I put this. At the end of your turn, he is going to use his mythic action, Passing Fell and Wrath. This thunderstorm that has been roiling up above descends. It breaks loose all at once. There are hailstones the size of basketballs. There are giant spears of lightning, crashes of thunder, and a fearsome presence. Literally, the authority of the Summer King presses down, trying to elicit fear. So, that is going to be 3 successive saving throws.
Okay, what so for me to roll
This is going to be for everyone.
everyone. Okay, what type of
Whoops.
saving throw is it?
This is a 100-foot radius, and
Okay.
sorry, let me. Trying to upload a token. There it goes. So everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw, a Dexterity saving throw, and a Wisdom saving throw. And I'll be right back.
Okay, and quick question before you go away. I have advantage on Dex against effects that I can see.
This would count.
This would count. Okay.
Be right back.
19 con, 11 dex, 6 wisdom. Crap.
And what is it? It's Dex, Con, and what?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Thank you. Oh, I rolled a 1 on Wisdom. Yeah. 10 on Dex, 15 on Con, and 4 on Wisdom. Son of a bitch.
All right. All of these were a DC 16. If you failed the Constitution saving throw, that is 10 thunder damage, and you are knocked prone.
All right, fun, because I rolled a 15 Con.
All right.
So, all right, so you said 10 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Cut in half.
Stop going.
It'll be 5 for you.
I know.
Okay.
I was
And it-
trying to get the pop-up away so that I could do the damage. It wasn't moving.
And
And I
there
am
is
prone.
no effect on a successful save. So Lexi is prone, and Cyrus is prone. If you failed the Dexterity saving throw, that is 14 lightning damage. So let's see who failed.
Me. It's me.
Oof.
I didn't pass a single one.
Yikes. Well, this is the real nasty one. You are paralyzed until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So you're also going to be frightened, but that's not really going to matter.
And now I need to make a concentration check again.
I think if you're paralyzed, you... Hold up. I want to say concentration ends if you're incapacitated. If you are incapacitated, you drop concentration.
Man. But it's all in the mind.
All right. And the last effect, if you fail the wisdom saving throw, you take 15 points of psychic damage and are frightened until the end of your next turn.
All right, so that's 14. No, I can't have.
Psychic is the one that you don't take half for.
Okay, of course. All right.
Man, did Cyrus pass all of those? Nope, not the con.
No, you said it was DC 16?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, I only passed Dex.
All right.
I just missed. I got a 15 wisdom.
I got a 1.
So you are also
I'm
frightened.
super frightened. Super, super frightened.
All right. I'm not even going to bother putting it on the other two because it's not going to matter. Because you can't do anything else. So lightning is dead. This thunderclap rolls out. Oh, I gotta roll all these for everybody else. Vela, Dex. Fail. Con. Fail. Whew. Vela failed all those.
You and I are in the same category.
Although, hey, this actually works out well because you'd be stunned when her concentration drops. But you're already paralyzed, so it doesn't matter. Dex. Con. Whiz. Oof. Beery is going to take about 20 points of damage and is paralyzed. Oops. I don't know why I just did that. Oh, actually... Auric, would you like to re-roll one of those?
I would love to re-roll one of them.
Because you do have Stultus.
I'll re-roll the dexterity save. Not that it matters.
Nope.
And Stultus passed all his saves.
Thanks, Stultus.
Flying
Stultus.
colors.
Salvage the situation.
All right. So that was the end of Lexi's turn, right?
Yeah.
So Auric, you are paralyzed.
Blech.
So we jump down to Cyrus. You are prone and frightened, but you are not paralyzed.
Okay. All right, well, we'll stand up. I guess we'll stand up from prone. Which I guess, like, because that uses movement, that means I can't steady aim, even though I'm not, like,
Correct.
moving around, right? Okay, yeah. Can I attempt to hide on this in this arena, or is that still like not really gonna be a thing?
Give me an intelligence check.
$14.
On a 14, on the one hand, this area is filled with very distracting, like, magical effects. Under normal circumstances, you might be able to hide. However, Archfey notoriously have true sight, and you know that he already, like, looked straight through your invisibility.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's out. Disengage doesn't matter. I could dash somewhere, but I don't know that that does anything for me. I'm going to slide over a little bit just so I'm not right next to Vela. Oh, and does my hex persist when he changed forms?
Yes.
Okay. So we will attempt an attack with disadvantage. $19.
19 will hit.
All right. Let's see. Oh wait, and I have disadvantage on the roll, so definitely no sneak attack. So 15 total, 12 piercing, 3 necrotic.
All right. It's a bit hard to judge the relative state of whatever kind of creature this is right now. But he seems pretty hurt. Also, I should mark that Vela lost concentration, as did Beery.
Do I get a re-wiz? Do I wisdom again at the end of my turn?
They all just last to the end of your turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's a really obnoxious one-off, and then you're done. I wouldn't make everyone track a million conditions forever. It's Vela, it's Beery. Summer Ladrin is like, what the heck? Stultus is just fine. So Stultus is going to run in. I think Stultus is going to heal. Uses Lay on Hands, and Auric, you regain 25 hit points.
Nice.
You've already had the end of your turn, so you are no longer paralyzed. Oof. Lexi's the one who kind of got screwed by this.
Yeah.
You know what? The dandelion, from its perch where it's been watching all this, holds up a paw and goes, "Whew." And one little dandelion seed drops onto Lexi. And Lexi, you are no longer paralyzed.
Oh, very nice.
And that is legitimately one of its abilities, and I did not pick it for this encounter for that reason. All right, you're no longer paralyzed. You are prone.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I don't think he's interested in hitting people laying on the ground. He's got his teleport. He's going to appear behind Cyrus. Cyrus, give me a Constitution saving throw. All right, there's a burst of thunder, but you are not moved. Now he's going to attack. That is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
16 bludgeoning, 7 lightning, and 3 thunder for 26 total.
Well, uncanny dodge.
All right. Makes a second attack. Only a 10.
That misses.
His last attack is a 20.
I'm probably down.
It's going to be real close. 11 bludgeoning.
I mean, that's enough.
Wait, am I still paralyzed?
No. Because
Rubbery
that
barbs.
was at the end of your turn. All right. It'll roll again. He only gets a 12.
That misses.
All right. That is the end of his turn. Lexi, you're up.
Okay, so Lexi is. What is Lexi? I don't even know. Still afraid, I guess. But I get up. That's how I start.
You're not frightened either. The
Oh, I'm not
dandelion,
frightened.
the dandelion cleared all your effects except for prone.
Okay, okay. So I can get up. Oh, I can get. Oh, no, I can't get behind him.
But you can at least get next to
I
him.
can get next to him. No, come. Stop.
You do spend half your movement to stand up.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So I only have 20. All right.
throw something at him.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, is that I can get 20, which I think puts me there. And then I can throw my spear at him. And do I still use the same? There's two different. There's 1d6 plus 7, and there's 1d8 plus 7. Does that matter?
1d8
D8 is when you're two-handed.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's when I'm two-handed. Okay. So, but I'll just throw it since I can throw it. And that's a 25 to hit
25 hits.
with 13 piercing damage. And 3 lightning damage. Do I still have haste or did I lose haste?
You lost haste because Vela
Okay, that's
got
what I figured.
incapacitated.
Okay. And then 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. 8 points of piercing damage and 5 points of lightning damage.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
He is so very hurt, and it is Oric's turn.
All right. Auric is annoyed. I am going to quickened cast. Oh, where did they go? Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. So I need him to make a strength save of 18. I don't know why it rolled the dice when I said to cast. Whatever.
He got a 15.
All right, so he is restrained and takes however much damage that was. I think it was 9. Yes,
All
he is
right.
restrained and takes 9 damage. And that was my bonus action. So now for my action, I cast Firebolt. That's a natural 1.
That's okay because your Earthen Grasp grabs him, and this sort of clunky hand of stone. Oh, that's awkward. this sort of crude hand of stone and rock closes around him. And as it does, the hand itself is being battered with lightning. And you see parts of stone and earth sort of churned off of it. And then underneath, you can see there is a hand, a huge, dark iron hand underneath the rock in the dirt, and it is closed fast around him. And the more the lightning blasts through, you see the features sort of sculpting and refining until you have what seems to be a perfectly carved silhouette of a humanoid figure made of lightning. And then finally, from up above, there is a huge bolt of lightning that smashes to the ground. Cyrus, you are pushed back slightly, but not harmed. And the cold iron hand. Oh, because my fingertips don't show, that was hard to see. It like disintegrates from the edges and falls apart, and the Summer King is reformed and reborn. There is a shockwave, and Lexi and Cyrus, you feel it a little bit, but Auric, you can feel it down to your bones, as all of Fairy is informed that the Summer King is returned.
Mm.
And Auric, you can feel that your own crown has been perhaps sharpened, made more real by whatever this conflict has been.
All right, then.
The Summer King was just sort of hanging in the air for a moment, and he drops very, very lightly to his feet. And the ritual is fading all around you. And he looks around, and you can see I'm trying to think how you all would know different parts of this. So Cyrus and Lexi, you still see some of Roland in the face of this Summer King. There's still something there. And Auric, you can see it very distinctly. This synthesis has finished. This being is somehow fully Roland and fully Oberon together in a healthy and reinforcing way for the first time ever. And this new Roland Oberon Summer King sort of steps forward and says, "It's been a while."
Yes. Yes, it has. Welcome back.
At the periphery, you see the dandelion has its head down. The Eladrin has fallen to the ground, and he says, "Don't be like that." He waves a hand, and they both sort of pop back up. Well, I don't think this went quite the way either of us had planned.
One way to put it.
And as you all start to speak, memories that you had fragments of become crystal clear. A strand running through the last few months of Bran's life. This quiet, sequestered place. These conversations with Oberon. It takes almost no time for understanding to form. In all of the realms, perhaps only the two of you can understand each other the way that you do. To be reluctant kings at the forefront of a terrible war. And between the two of you, you start to talk about what might be possible, what a peace could look like. It doesn't take long for you to realize that a simple treaty on paper would not be enough. And so you start to work out the plans of a grand separation. Something to keep your two realms apart until your people can learn to live in peace. And you see the place where neither of you quite understood what that separation would mean, the way in which it would sunder everything else. But you hatch the plan, even realizing that there was no way you could perform this spell and come through intact. So the two of you committed to this mad, daring plan, this incredibly self-sacrificial plan that would profoundly antagonize both of your people, but perhaps fully put an end to the war. And you snap back to the present. Oberon's eyes look very human. This might be the part of Roland that has been preserved the most. This sort of like storm cloud gray, faint green, sort of blurred together, but very human looking eyes. And for a moment the eyes fill with luminous lightning energy. And he cocks his head to the side and he says, "Something has gone very wrong in my absence. I think because of my absence. Without this separation, things will be much harder. But I think there might be a way forward, but there's something we have to do first. If you all would accompany me, I think we need to go and speak with my queen."
Agreed.
And I think that's actually where I'm going to cut us off this time. I'd kind of hoped to get us through both encounters, but I kind of like how this played out. So we will confront the Summer Queen, and that'll be the next chunk of our finale.
Yay.
Yay.
So we'll start looking at calendars,
Yes.
and I will go ahead and end the recording
Recording stopped.
and cut off the stream. Bye, internet.
Bye.